Well, hello and welcome to the Jyske Bank Boxen in Herning and live coverage of the 2014 Men's European Handball Championship. Second semi-final of the day. It's the host and defending champions Denmark arriving earlier this evening for their match against Croatia. My name's Paul Bray. Thanks for joining us for what should be an enthralling game here. The atmosphere incredible in the arena. We've been catching our breath after the first semi-final. Here come the Croatians. Goluza, the coach, a former winner as a player himself. And they're going to be up not only against the Danish team, but 14,000 spectators in the Jyske Bank Boxen. They are hugely experienced, but they will have to count on every ounce of that experience to overcome the home advantage. We've got Vori, one of several Paris-based players. So here we are then live in the arena as the crowd are greeting the Danish team. Won the competition 2 years ago in Serbia. These are the other matches today. Iceland beat Poland for the 5th place. France, an incredible match against Spain. 30-27 to Les Bleus. And the Olympic champions beat world champions. France are through. Who will they play? Will it be Denmark or will it be Croatia? Mikkel Hansen gets a huge cheer. Big star of the Danish team. Maybe a slightly different greeting now as the Croatians about to come out. Venulose, the goalkeeper, coming out. They're coming out numerically, number 1. Dunjak, the second one, and he could be absolutely key, the playmaker. Big question today is, can the experience of the Croatians, which the independents might say is they have more strength and depth on the bench, can that be overturned by Denmark with the support of 14,000 spectators here in Herning? Denmark, of course, the only unbeaten team in the competition, have come through effortlessly. Been playing in this hall throughout, beating Macedonia, Austria and the Czech Republic in the preliminaries. And then a big win against Spain to put to rest the ghost of Barcelona when they lost a terrible match in the final of the World Championships in Barcelona last year. That's behind them now. They then went on to beat Hungary and Iceland. Croatia, for their part, 5 wins. Came through top of their group in Copenhagen, beating Belarus, Montenegro and Sweden. #225th international for Bo Spilleberg, the Kolding playmaker, gets a special cheer. So the Croatians just 1 defeat so far in the competition. On the opening day of the main round, they lost 27-25 to France. And of course their place in the semi-final came down to a really close game against Poland, which they did win. Marko Koplia getting his 100th international for Croatia. Receives the award from the president of the Croatian Handball Federation. It was 31-28, Croatia's last match against Poland, the winner going straight through to the semi-final. So the referees for today in this crucial game, Germany, Lars Geipel and Markus Helbig. Very experienced pairing. Ulrik Wilbek lost in thought, the Danish coach, ahead of one of the biggest games of his career. And indeed, this will be the last major competition for him at the helm of Denmark. He will be retiring, handing the reins over to an Icelander, Gudmundur Gudmundsson. He's done such an incredible job for both the Danish women's and now the men's team. But now the national anthems, starting with Denmark. A spine-tingling a cappella rendition of the Danish anthem, and the cheers ring out. Now the anthem of Croatia. Well, a few Croatian fans have made the journey to Denmark. They swing round to shake hands, final formalities. A few teammates playing each other here today. So let's look at the teams then, starting with Denmark. They lost their key left back Markussen before the competition started, but they have strength in depth. Mikael Hansen's been on blistering form with 28 goals so far. Left winger Eggert has scored 9 in 3 games since recovering from injury, while Lindberg and Svan Hansen have been on excellent form, and Thompson, the defender, newcomer to the team, done brilliantly. There is Mikael Hansen, 28 goals, a 65% success rate, plays for Paris Saint-Germain. He's nearly, he's just gone past the 500 goal mark for Denmark in 110 or so internationals. For Croatia, they also have strength in depth. They should start with playmaker Dunjak, who's got 23 goals so far. Koplia to his right. The wingers Stredek and Horvat have been hugely effective, while Vori always a danger on the line. Team that averages nearly 100 caps per player. And Alilovic has had the lion's share of the goalkeeping so far in the competition. Well, a brilliant atmosphere, as there has been throughout this competition. There is Domagoj Dunjak, 23 goals, 53% success rate in the competition. He scored over 400 goals for his country, plays for Hamburg in Germany. So Ulrik Wilbek, last competition in charge of Denmark, how he would love to go out with a goal. And there is Zlatko Goluza, who won Olympic gold as a player in '96, 2004, and also the World Championship in 2003. So Marcus Helbig whistles to draw the players to the middle. Lars Geipel refereed the semi-final at the London Olympics. Also the semi-final at the World Championships in Sweden, 2011. Just about ready here, and the atmosphere is hot, hot, hot here in Herning. Hang on to your hats. So here we go, Denmark in the all-red strip, throw off the second semi-final of the day. Croatia in the all-white strip. A nation expects. But can Denmark do it? They've been worried that they always have one bad match in a competition, but they've won all their games coming here. They rather hope that their final group match against Iceland, which was meaningless because they already guaranteed top spot, might have been it. But they actually destroyed the Icelanders. Into the wing, Eggert, no room there. So no surprise then that they start with Søndergaard. Mortensen tries to go through, it's an attacking foul. Crowd don't like it. Croatia break out. They have been so effective in this competition. Dunjak gets the opening goal. 25-year-old who plays for Hamburg, playing in his 4th European Championship, 4 World Championships and 2 Olympics as well. Takes off in front of Mikael Hansen. No chance for Landin. Well, Croatia, they've reached the semi-final for the 6th time in succession at a European Championship. They haven't won it so far. 2 silvers, a bronze, and 2 fourth places. Will this be their year? Denmark twice winners of the competition as Mikkel Hansen gets a free throw. Passive play, though, being warned against Denmark. Toft Hansen says they're not 3 meters away. Ah, brilliant. Mikkel Hansen, under pressure, moved to the side of Toft Hansen, and Alilovic climbs up his post. Denmark won it the first time in 2008 in Norway, and then of course in Serbia 2 years ago when they beat the hosts. Vori comes out to try and flatten things. Kopliar, very deep defense. Dunjak, free throw. The referee has a quiet word with Toft Hansen while Dunjak remains sprawled out on the floor. There is Toft Hansen, 29-year-old who plays for Kiel, German powerhouse, current German champions and leaders of the Bundesliga. Again, Vori comes out, and as he does so, the whole defense moves up with him. So Čupić tries to come in behind. Vori, brilliant save by Landin, and Mogensen catches a loose ball. And as he tussles for it, Čupić has gone down. Brilliant save by Landin, captain of the Danish team who plays in Germany for Rhein-Neckar Löwen. And there the follow-up. Mogensen tries to get around and luckily catches Čupić. Čupić heads off back. Fair share of scraps over the years. Čupić lost a finger off his shooting hand in 2009 in a rather unfortunate accident just before the World Championships on home soil. A lot of people thought he wouldn't play for Croatia again, but he was back and he played at the World Championships, and he played really well too. Mogensen, Søndergaard, oh, nearly intercepted by Musa. Musa, the big line player who's been used in defense, only number 28. Into the wing, attacking foul, it won't count. Kasper Søndergaard runs into the defender. Kopliar, deflection. Came off the hands of Toft Hansen, and nothing Landin could do to recover the situation. Shot by Mogensen. Kopliar looks up. Dunjak wants it. Croatia need a really good start here to try and silence the crowd, but it's going to need to be a very good start. Wielbeck urging them on, and he's saying to the referee, well, they're turning the bench over, doing their substitutions between attack and defense. Guyun and Musa being used only in defense. Čupić, nothing going there. He's got to bring the ball back out again. Kopliar, saved by Landin. Søndergaard. Mogensen, whole tussle as players go down in a pile in the middle. Dunjak has fallen on Toft Hansen. Here it is again, holding on to each other. And just to add to the work, well, trying to roll them into the floor, it's never going to work. So Mogensen in the centre, chosen to start ahead of Bo Spellerberg, who's been the other main choice to start games for Denmark. Yes! Goes in, Kasper Søndergaard. Quick throw-off taken as ever by the Croatians, who like to force the place. Pjanic at left back, Dunjak in the centre saying, let's calm things down. As we see the goal again, straight through the legs of Mirko Alilovic. Vori not being used in defence. There is the scorer. He too getting a rest. As Mulgaard goes in defence for Denmark. Pjanic, Dunjak. Kopliar comes around, looks for the line. Hell looks for second time. Toft Hansen's there. Well, you say, well, I got in the way. Nothing wrong with that. With a push by Mulgo gives a free throw. Dunjak. CROATIA. Side. Misses the goal. Zlatko Goluza. Yellow card. Mulgo going in. Foul by Goyun. 27-year-old who plays for Paris Saint-Germain. One of three of the Croatians, CROATIA and Vori, the others, who play alongside their opponent today, Michael Hansen, for the Paris club. And two other teammates facing each other today from Hamburg in Germany. Dunjak, the playmaker for Croatia, and Lindberg, Denmark's winger, waiting right down out of the picture on the bottom side. Here he is now, but there's no space for him to do anything there. Hamburg, who won the Champions League last season. Mogensen, Michael Hansen. Oh, Mogensen's taken a blow on the way in, and another yellow card. Vori fouls. He's not been used in defence, so he's just going off for a substitution. Musa comes in for him. Mogensen, though, catching a hand on the chest, just winded him. He's fine. Thomas Mogensen, who also plays in Germany for Flensburg. In fact, four of the Danes play for Flensburg, German club that's only just inside the German border from Denmark, so it's quite popular for them. Mistake by them. Čupić looks up for the long pass. He's got it. Strelec, the other winger. Underneath the keeper. That's nicely done. The winger who plays for Vive Kielce, the Polish champions, scores on the break, but the service provided by Čupić. Čupić, who made that pass, second top scorer at the World Championships last year with 50 goals. Collective sigh from the crowd. Croatia leading 3-2, 7.5 minutes in. Substitutions being made on both teams as Mulgo goes on to take in defence. There's the assistant coach of the Danish team, Klaus Brynjønsen, sitting next to Lindberg. Great player in his day, Klaus Brynjønsen. Dunjak. Oh, it's gone in. Smuggled past Landin. Captain can't believe it. Thought he had it covered. 103 kilometers an hour on the speed gun. (4-2) to Croatia early on here. They probably need to open up a good 5-6 goal lead if they want to try and silence the crowd here, and even that might not do it. They've got so much strength in depth on the bench, the Croatians. Søndergaard looks to the line. Toft Hansen, brilliant. Lovely feed in by Søndergaard. Toft Hansen, the Kiel line player, scoring. Snatched the ball almost from under the nose of Dunjak. So far then just one save from 4 shots on Mirko Alilovic. Landin 2 from 6. Toft Hansen holding up the centre of the Danish defence together with Henrik Mulgo. Mulgo playing on his second major event with Denmark. He was at the World Championships last year, 50 caps. Toft Hansen, 72 caps. Bicanic. Oh, well, it was a stroll in the park. No one picked him up. And a 28-year-old who plays in France as Chambéry scores. Straight back in, though. Thomas Mogensen, quick throw-off. Alilovic goes, where was the defence? And a yellow card for that foul from behind by Musa on Mogensen. First goal of the game for Mogensen. So that was a second yellow card for Croatia. Only 3 allowed after that. Sanctions have to be 2 minutes. Vori loitering on the left-hand side of the attack, waiting for his moment to get in. Tries to put the block on for Bicanic again. Hard shot, but this time covered by Landin. Incredible atmosphere. It's deafening in the arena. And Landin gets across. Third top keeper in the competition with a 39% save rate. In fairness, Dahl of Norway and Wiszomirski of Poland have played much fewer games, and therefore sometimes these kinds of statistics can be distorting. So ball coming off Dunjak. Accidental, say the referee, so no sanction against him, but still a free throw for Denmark. Søndergaard, Mikkel Hansen. Oh, through the legs of the keeper. Second goal for the Danish star. Trupic, quick response, and both teams are charging through this. Can they sustain this for 60 minutes? Surely not. Trupic across two defenders. He was being pushed wider and wider, but somehow he managed to put it in the back of the net. 5 of the Croatian players, including Trupic, play in Poland for Vive Kielce. In fact, only 2 of the Croatian players play in Croatia at all. Valcic and Zlatko Horvat, the captain, play for Osiguranje Zagreb. Off the post, unlucky. Picked up by Stredek. Croatia keep possession. They're only just in front now, 6-5. Roy Wilbeck remonstrating. Where the Lindberg, I think, as much as anybody else, given where he was going to. Into the line. Oh, penalty, Mulgaard. It's got to be at least a yellow card. Vori's arm taken as he went to shoot. Clear decision for the German referees. Pulled him around. So Trupic steps up. Well, as Landin dropped his arms, Trupic puts it over on the other side, just over his shoulder. 7-5, Croatia. Croatia, who were world champions in 2003, Olympic champions in 1996 and 2004. All of those their coach Goluza played in, but the European crown has always eluded them. Lindberg comes in on the line. He stays there for a while on the far side. Mogensen shifted to the left as well. Søndergaard, oh, 2 minutes. Musa in trouble. The defense specialist is off. The big man, 2 meters tall, 114 kilos. You can't see it, it's all on the background there. He just gives a good shove to René Toft Hansen and pays the price. So power play for Denmark, and Knudsen comes on. Highest capped player in the team with 231 internationals, 772 goals. Was their captain some years back. Went through a long spell of injuries, but now he's back and on great form as Mats Mensa Larsen, Danish left back, warms up on the bench. Wilbeck talking to him. Eggert! Who scores? Hugely popular winger. Injured his calf in the warm-up game and missed all the preliminary matches. Only came back in the main round. Brilliant. Sporting handshake and a smile over there. It's nice to see between Eggert and Trupic. Congratulates him. So Bicanic in the centre. Koplia looking for the line player. Free ball, say the referees, and Lindberg got there first. Mulgaard still in play. Hansen doesn't give it back to Mogensen. and they decide to make the substitutions. Goluja looks on, a bit perplexed at the moment. Still short-handed for just under a minute. For the moment, Croatia just hanging on to a lead here. Mikael Hansen quickly into the wing, came off a foot. Is that deliberate? It is, say the referees. 2 minutes. Čupić says no. Well, he says it's his arm. Let's have a quick look and see. Well, it came off his arm and then onto his foot. And his point is, and he has a point, is that I didn't put my foot out deliberately. I blocked it with my hand, and then it flipped off my hand and hit my foot. Well, he can plead as much as he likes to the HF observer, Victor Konopliasti. It'll make no difference. Double suspension for Croatia. Surely now there must be gaps, and the wingers are going to come in. Lindberg, saved by Alilovic. And Lindberg curses on the way back. Deadpan faces in the crowd. Those are the players not playing today, Mortensen and Lauger Schmidt. Lauger Schmidt, who picked up an injury, and they've said already he won't be fit to play again. That was such a shame for him. So Croatia on the attack. 2 players short. Denmark not being very enterprising or pushing up, happy to wait back. Whoa! Nearly got it, Dunjak. A few more seconds before they get one of their players back. Eggert! And he scores. 2 for Eggert. Adds to his impressive tally of 444 goals. 9 out of 10 here at Euro 2014. Over the shoulder, Landin celebrates. All square. Midway through the first half. Croatia had 1 player back, but this has been an expensive double suspension. Dunjak being individually marked, decides to go in the wing and stay out of the way. Vori tries to clear him, he's got him just for the moment, but Lindberg walks up again. Bicanic, Now the 28-year-old from Chambéry in France. Lovely height. Rooted to the ground, Landin. Just didn't get off his feet. 2 from 3 for Bicanic. Croatia back to full strength in 10 seconds. Toft Hansen defending inside the area. It's a penalty. Čupić has just been replaced by the captain Zlatko Horvat, number 13, who just runs through the area to get to him. So Eggert. He's scored 4 from 4 penalties in the competition so far. Bottom right. Nicely done. Alilovic beaten. They all square again. Croatia at full strength though. Vilbek looks on impassively. All the way through. Koplia. Paris-based back player. Brilliant save by Alilovic off Mulgor, and back come Croatia. Gojun. He's going to go off the number 10. He's a defense specialist. On the far side, Zlatko Horvat, the captain, thinks about coming out, but goes back again. All the way through. Top corner. That's a beautiful goal by Domagoj Dunjak. Team timeout Denmark as Domagoj Dunjak celebrates. It's good play as well at the back. Vori came out and took the defender away. Plenty of passion as ever from Ulrik Vilbek. Won the European Championship many a time, and World Championship and Olympics with the Danish women. Retired from that job, and then when the men were struggling back in 2005, was asked to come back and take the men on. And immediately results started to happen. Bronze medal at the World Championships in 2007. European Championship 2006 as well, a bronze, and then finally the gold in 2008 at Euro in Norway. Comparatively, Goluza, for the moment at least, calm. He can get quite excited. As ever, the chart is out. So that's a recording. Meanwhile, in real time, play resumes, and the main change for Denmark is that Mats Mense Larsen, 22-year-old who plays for Aalborg, has come on. 14 goals for him already in the competition. Switches to the left. He's got a thundering shot if he gets enough space. He's given it away, but a push means a free throw for Denmark. Søndergaard. Wingers are waiting very, very deep for some kind of service, but it's all down the middle for now. Søndergaard, blocked by the defense. Oh, Toft Hansen picks up the loose ball. Defenders all looking for it, but the Dane knew exactly where it had gone. Bounced up in front of him. And a bit of bad luck for Croatia. Two from two for the Danish line player. Still though, Croatia lead by 1. Icanic goes in as a second line player for now. Dunjak, Mats Mense Larsen's come up to him. Waits to see if the two players at the back can find space on the line. Thompson's in, number 4. A newcomer to the Danish team. 4 internationals only before Euro 2014 for the 27-year-old. Plays for Team Tvis Holstebro, defense specialist. Really settled into the job well. Vori covered. Good defense. No way through. Dunjak pushed. Looking for Vori. Instead it comes straight past him in green. Curses. Pick up by the Croatian captain. But they've struck straight back. Mats Mense Larsen. Well, the intensity very high here as we go past the 20-minute mark in the game. But have they got the intensity? And the local boy is going to come on. Jesper Nudesbo plays for Barcelona, the line player. Dropped briefly during the competition. You're allowed to swap players around. Then returned for Mortensen after being out for a couple of games. Well blocked. Mats Mense Larsen's got it. Brought down by Icanic. And that's a 2-minute suspension. The 28-year-old can't quite believe it. Holding on to him to stop him from moving the ball up court. A bit unlucky with the glue getting stuck to his shorts, but the ball, but undoubtedly held him. And it's Toft Hansen again, who's such a great defender. His brother Henrik was in the team for a while, but not being picked for a while. Especially with Knudsen coming back to form again. A bit of space. Oh, it's gone in. Eggert milks the crowd and they respond. Foot seemed to be caught. And he managed somehow to put the spin on it. Alilovic tried to reach down, but he needed his extra foot out there. Alilovic curses and they're level again. So for Croatia, Ivan Sliskovic has come on, 22-year-old, a relative newcomer, playing in the middle. He was brought in very late for Mandalinic. Scored 6 in his first game. the important win against Poland in their last group match to make it through to the semi-final. That's a great response. Meanwhile, Landin makes another fine save. 8 minutes remaining. Oh, save, but penalty's given. The foul on Kasper Søndergaard. Little push as he was in the air. And Sliskovic not having a happy time coming on court here. Change the keeper. Vinjo Losset, 37-year-old. Most capped player in the team with 211 caps. Comes in, he's saved 4 penalties from 9 so far in the competition. Eggert. And he saves it. Eggert looks skywards. Well, he's got a great record. So that's 5 from 10 saves from the penalties. And they're all up to congratulate him as Alilovic goes back in goal again. So Croatia almost back to full strength again. Team timeout is called. So 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Too close to call here, 11-all in Herning. The second semi-final of the day to find out who will play Olympic champions France in the final. Vori there, who actually played with Goluza when they won Olympic gold in 2004 and the World Championship in 2003. Now it's a coach-player relationship as Dunjak plows away. 3 goals from him and also defending like a lion. Number 5 in the hunt for the World Player of the Year this year. So Wielbeck having a word with Eggert, hopefully just trying to pep him back up again after he missed the penalty. The Mexican wave launching its way around the arena here. You can hardly hear yourself think. So play resumes, Croatia on the attack. Bikčanić. Dunjak. He's got a bit of space to the right. Good defense by Toft Hansen. There was a lot of space there. Marshaled him all the way around. Koplia. Windmill, but there's no space for Horvat, the captain. Tries a long-range effort, but he's knocked off his feet. 2-minute suspension for Eggert. It was a delayed decision. Eggert was already halfway down the court when they called him back to say he'd got 2 minutes. Have a look again. Pushed him in mid-air, swung him around by catching him on one side. So Eggert sits on the bench, and it's a free throw for Croatia. Oh, that's nice. Inside post, Manuel Strelec. Jumps in, and as Landin moves out, brings it back inside. Strelec, who's got a 75% success rate with his shooting in the competition so far. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Denmark still short-handed for 1 minute and 20 here as Nudisbo is in on the line trying to find way, but the crowd trying to lift them here. Lindberg's trying to go in as well. Søndergaard, Mikkel Hansen, Mats Mensah Larsen, attacking foul, knocks Horvat over in the process. And Croatia have now brought on Drago Vukovic, number 14. There's Mensah, and good call. He did run straight into Horvat. Vukovic called straight off again. Dunjak Koplia, penalty, arm taken from behind. Mats Mensah Larsen is the player reprimanded. I tell you, on another day in another place. Well, it's a push. The arm wasn't taken. 22-year-old from Aalborg looks unfazed. So Čupić will step up to take it. Landin 8 saves from 19 penalties before today in the competition. Can't do anything there against Čupić, who scores his second penalty.
Let's hear applause for both teams. Very exciting game, ladies and gentlemen.
So 13-11, we're inside the last 5 minutes of the first half, and soon Denmark will be back to full strength again. Quick switch back inside by Søndergaard. Eggert's racing on now to rejoin his teammate. Søndergaard inside. 2 minutes now for Croatia. Vukovic, who's just come on to work in defence, is sent off. The 30-year-old, playing his third European Championship, held on to him as he tried to go through. It's a free throw only. Mortensen back in the centre. Mats Mensah Larsen. Off again. Oh, attacking foul. Søndergaard can't believe it. Strelec celebrating, and the crowd think that's a harsh call, but the defender wasn't moving, he was standing his ground. Musa covered from the back, and Wilbeck incensed. He's having a word with the HF supervisor, Shandor Andorka, venting his frustration on the table. And he's picked up a yellow card in the process. 4 now for Denmark. And that's only happens, obviously, when the coach gets one. You can have a 4th one if for the coach. 3 for players otherwise. Koplia. Vori. You can barely hear the whistle for the noise in the arena. Nudisbo holding fast against Vori, but the whistle had already gone for a free throw. Dunjak doesn't cross over. Horvat. Sting taken out of it by one of the defenders. Mikkel Hansen breaks. And he stopped and looks to the referee to say, can we clean the ball? There's a lot of dirt on it. Horvat tried to dispossess him in the process. That's Mensah Larsen gets the towel out. Or the resin. See, was it Toft Hansen? What a game he's having, the line player. He's just jumping and blocking everything. Change the line play again. Nudisbo, the local boy from Herning, is back off again. Knudsen's on. 14 goals so far in the competition for the winger. Lindberg, fantastic. First goal of the game for the 32-year-old. Over the shoulder, but smart thinking to cut the right back and go straight to the wing. 1 goal in it, 3 minutes remaining in the first half. So with the extra player, Dunjak again being individually marked by Lindberg. Ironically, the 2 teammates in Hamburg know each other well. Little handoff. Sliskovic hands it to Koplia, who scores. 3rd goal for him. Despite being short-handed, they restore the 2-goal lead. Landing just under his hand. Well, still too close to call this one. Denmark were able to rest players in their final main round match against Iceland, which they won comfortably with Green in goal, and Mikkel Hansen didn't play. Toft Hansen didn't have to come on. Landin either. Trying to rest them ahead of what they knew would be a tough encounter against either Croatia or Poland, who they had no chance to rest because theirs was a deciding match, but that's a penalty. Mikkel Hansen fouled as he goes through. Has a quick word on the way past with Goyun, their teammates as well at Paris Saint-Germain. And so's CROATIA there in the picture. So Losset, who saved the last penalty, will face Eggert again. Wants to show that he can make amends for the last penalty he missed. Up steps the winger from Flensburg. And scores. 5th goal for him. Moved across and Losset put the weight across on his other foot. And as soon as he did that, he shot down the other side. It's all very subtle, but it's all quite deliberate. So just 22 years of age and only 9 internationals behind him, the number 32, Sliskovic, charged with an important role here. It's quite remarkable. Coming in for the regular back player Mandalinic. And Vori's gone down. Free throw. The referees say hurry up as Thompson just looks down to the ground, stays out of it. Sliskovic. Vori comes out. He's trying to flatten the defense. It doesn't work. In fact, Toft Hansen comes out and gets Dunjak. Sliskovic tries to go in. 22-year-old who scored 6 goals on his debut at a major international competition in their crucial match against Poland. Passive play now. Being warned against Croatia, but a 2-minute suspension for Toft Hansen. Well, he just caught the face of Dunjak. And Vori's face says it all. So with 13 seconds remaining in the first half, Denmark will be short-handed either side of the break. CROATIA. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. Realise that time's coming. Denmark have just got to push. If it's necessary, give away the free throw. Oh, Dunjak on the buzzer. 4th goal. The ball came out on the rebound. Unlucky for Denmark, and Dunjak scores. At half-time then in the semi-final. There's the last one. Through the legs of Landin. And it's 15-13 to Croatia at half-time. And the Croatian fans celebrating, but you're not there yet. So the teams make their way off in what's been an enthralling first half. Teetering away, nothing in it. Let's have a look at the stats then. Croatia, 62% of their attacks are succeeding, but it's actually Denmark who are more successful with their field throws, 69% success rate. 4 suspensions already for Croatia in the first half, 2 for Denmark, and 6 turnovers Denmark, just the 1 Croatia. Top scoring in the game so far is Eggert. A couple of penalties in there, he missed 1 too with 5, while Dunjak is the best of the Croatians with 4. So this is the progression of the game. Slow at the beginning, the first 5 minutes just 4 goals, and then the steady flow. And then in the last 10 minutes, a little spell without any goals there for about 4 minutes for the Danes, but they picked up in the end. Reasonably good spread around for the shots they've had, with 2 penalties and 2 fast breaks included. Nothing at the left back position yet, but that's because again the left back's coming through to the centre. And for Croatia, the left hand side working nicely. 1 straight from the throw off, 1 fast break and 2 penalties, but they need to move the ball a little bit more to the right, one might say. It's noticeable that there wasn't a lot of traffic there. We'll take a break. Join us again in just a few moments for the second half. We'll see you then. So welcome back to the Jyske Bank Boxen in Herning, and at half-time in the second semi-final of the day, and the host nation and defending champions Denmark trailed Croatia 13-15. And that despite a 68% success rate with their shooting, higher than Croatia's. It's just that Croatia have been more economical with their attacks. 5 goals from 6 for Eggert for the Danes, leads the way there. But Dunjak with 4 from 5, but also his leadership in attack is back there to us. Incredible, but I can tell you the tension in the arena is absolutely palpable, with the Danes undefeated so far in this competition, the only team with a 100% record. They are desperate to get to this final, but at the moment the Croatians are showing composure, and they probably have slightly more strength in depth on the bench. It's whether these 14,000 fans in the arena can help lift them. Yannick Green stretching, but it looks like Landin will start the second half. Moensen, so Ulrik Wilbek 30 minutes away from finding out if his team will make it all the way through to the final. Rare feat to do it without dropping a single point, or will the Croatians here turn the tables on them? So we're just about ready to get the second half underway. Denmark, who will resume short-handed, with the 2-minute suspension for Toft Hansen continuing. Croatia have the distinction of being the current bronze medalists at European, World and Olympic competitions. They'd rather go one better than that this time, if not two. So here we go then with the second half. Croatia throw off. A 2-goal lead. So they start as they started the first half. Koplia, lovely feed into the wing, and penalty. Knudsen charges into Horvat. Oh, and a 2-minute suspension, delayed. Gasps from the crowd. He just shoulder barged him. And the Croatian captain has gone flying. Well, a sporting apology from the Danish line player. And so problems mounting, because they're going to be in a double suspension for 1 minute and 23. Knudsen takes his seat on the bench. So Yannick Green's come on to take the penalty, saved only 2 from 15. We're just waiting to see who's going to take it, but Horvat is still being treated and walks off, and some pain, it has to be said. Landin checks the clock, more likely the score. So Čupić, who scored 8 from 12 so far in the competition, and 2 more here today. Oh, underneath the keeper, but it bounces off the post, and a collective cheer from the crowd. 24-year-old keeper from Bjerringbro didn't touch it, but he's happy to milk the applause. So both penalty experts have missed one. Eggert and now Čupić, and Yannick Green's gone straight off. Tries to go around, goes wide, nothing given. An attempt there by Mats Christiansen. Oh, unlucky. Mensa Larsen just got a hand to it, but couldn't control it. It's gone out. So Denmark, 6 against 4. Čupić, oh, saved by Landin. They only had 4 defenders to beat, and he got his hand to it. A brilliant atmosphere in the arena. So Denmark have one player back. Toft Hansen will go back in on the line. Waits on the wing for the moment. Now he runs through. Christiansen, who's come on number 3. Oh, saved by Lilovic. Mikkel Hansen. 2 goals only from 4 attempts in the game. Goes around to the goalkeeper. Alilovic, who plays for Veszprem in Hungary, makes a brilliant save. Koplia. Denmark are now back to full strength as Landin makes another save of Trupic. Eight saves now for Landin. 35% save rate. The crowd love it. Menselaarsen to the line. Oh, where's the defense? Toft Hansen. Goal number 3 for him. Deficit cut to 1. So much room. He can run to the middle to open up the angle, and there's no one there. Alilovic must be livid. So 3.5 minutes in, and still Croatia haven't scored. Not for the want of trying, but Landin seems unbeatable at the moment in the Danish goal. Free throw. So round comes Strelec. No way through there. Dunjak. And hobbling a bit. I think he got a bit winded on the way through. These teams have met 14 times, Croatia winning 8, Denmark 6. But the last meeting between these teams was the semi-final of the World Championships in Spain last year, when Denmark were imperial. They won it 30-24. And on the strength of that performance, everyone thought they must be favourites in the final against Spain, and then a disastrous final against Spain, lost by a huge margin, in fact the biggest in World Championship history. Free throw again, but the arms up, passive play, quick shot needed. Goes into the side. Well, the Danes on a run now. Menselaarsen, yes, all the way through. And they're level. Courtesy of the 22-year-old. So still no goals for Croatia, 5 minutes in. Denmark have scored twice and levelled it. That's an attacking foul. Vori on the line. Well, Dunjak argues with the call, and as Thompson gets up and brushes himself down, Dunjak's gone off. There's the tussle. And a real battle going on with Thompson. So Dunjak has been sent off for 2 minutes. It's not Igor Vori. It's actually Dunjak who's got it for arguing with the referee. So they've lost their playmaker. Have they? No, he's still on Dunjak. Well, that's what it's showing on the official stat. So Vori, it is. And so it means a probable entrance then for Musa into the attack. Through the keeper, and a run of 3 goals. Christiansen, the back player from Bjerringbro. First goal of the game. Wielbeck celebrates, and Denmark have turned it. And they still have a power play, and they're individually marking Dunjak. Musa is on the attack now, the defense specialist. He is a line player by vocation. Mikael Hansen. Mensa Larsen tries to go straight to the wing. He's given it away. Horvath tries to cut back inside. Mikael Hansen's covering him. CROATIA. And they've finally got themselves going in the second half with CROATIA's fourth. Quickly taken. Dunjak looks up, and even though short-handed, Horvath was holding Hansen back on the right-hand side, and the Paris-based right back goes straight through. It's all square again. Croatia short-handed for another 20 seconds or so. Mikael Hansen, that's better to the wing, but no space. And it's Svan Hansen who's taken over on the right wing now. Usually comes in the second half for Denmark, as he has throughout the entire competition. And Mats Christiansen, 11 goals in the competition, 2 more today. Denmark keep the lead. Brilliant shot, fast arm. So Vori is back on again. Hand off, CROATIA scores. 5th goal for him, 27-year-old from Paris Saint-Germain. Great height. Now, they were beaten in the final of the European Championships in 2008 by Denmark. Brilliant save. Eggert's got it. And Vori heading off on the fast break, has to backtrack. 2 years later, in 2010 in Austria, they were in the final against Croatia. This time they lost to France. And Larsen, passive play being warned. Is anyone telling them so they realise? Mikael Hansen gets a free throw. Looks to the line. Oh, brilliant! Svan Hansen, the winger, coming behind. No one picked him up. And again, they're back in front, and the crowd are loving it. Just under the arm. Into the wing, on the inside post, Horvath, 29-year-old captain of the team. Quickly taken, throw off, Mats Mensa Larsen. Oh, he's given it away again, second time in the half. Quick pass down the middle though. Mats Mensa Larsen cuts the pass, Mikael Hansen picks it up, quick pass to Eggert. Through the keeper, brilliant play. 6 for Eggert. Cuts back in, spins it underneath him. Real class. Eggert, who's the 5th top scorer in the German Bundesliga, where he plays for Flensburg, 117 goals this season. 35 in the Champions League. Dunjak, attacking foul. Svan Hansen's gone. An accidental collision with Dunjak. Penalty. Svan Hansen, foul by Strelec on the far side. A quick discussion between the 2 German referees. Should there be any further infringement? Nothing. Meanwhile, there was an incident earlier where Dunjak, as he got up, caught Landin. Still managed to get the ball away. So, Eggert to take the penalties. Dunjak checks the clock. We're just past the midway point. This for a 2-goal lead. Over the keeper. Lovely play, straight off the fingertips, took the pace off the ball. Alilovic nowhere near it. Team timeout for Croatia. Well, the Danes, very effective with their shooting. They scored their 20 goals off 29 shots, while Croatia have got 2 less goals, but off 32. 69% success rate for Denmark to 56 for Croatia. Čupić 3 from 6, only normally so dependable. Kopliar's missed 3 as well. And Damir Bicanic, after scoring well at the beginning. 3 down, there is Kopliar. Nice goals. Belies the fact he also missed 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make a ring, starting with the player entrance, going to the timetable over there.
Well, the crowd lifting them. It's the 8th player effect. Well, the World Championships last year, Denmark won convincingly. At the London Olympics, it was Croatia who beat the Danes 32-21. Seem to have alternated winnings between the two teams over the years. So play resumes. So to the attack for Croatia, Duni Buntic. It's gone wide, but it's going to be a free throw. Buntic playing his first attack of the game. Just brought on in place of Kopliar. Buntic. Missed the goal. Dunjak. Mikael Hansen. Nothing given, is it? Yes, it is. Very slow, but in the end, defending inside the area on Christensen, it's a penalty. Strelec gives it away. He was inside, charged straight into him. And the man from Bjerringbro, currently 7th in the Danish league, goes down. Denmark, they've hosted a wonderful European Championship, but they also want the title to go with it. Change the keeper then. Losert once more against Eggert. Oh, lovely. You just have to have so much nerve to just do that. Losert didn't even move. He thought it was going to be a dummy because there was no strength in the arm. 3-goal lead. Oh, and 2 minutes for Eggert. He thinks it's just a free throw. And it's an elbow in the face. So Eggert goes off. Let's have a look again. Wow, they kind of went straight into each other in effect. I mean, Buntic threw himself at him. Grabbed around him, but somehow caught his hand. You can see up on the right-hand side. So Eggert comes off, and a chance maybe for Croatia to try and weave their way back into this game. It's been 8-3 so far in this half in 12 minutes. So rather protracted treatment going on, and in the end Buntic is asked to step off the court. So Kopliar will go back on again. Well, Goluja feels it should have been more than the 2 minutes, but he's probably pushing his luck with that kind of suggestion. So once more, Sliskovic has come in. The new boy on the left-hand side. Oh, that's brilliant. Opens up the wing. Zlatko Horvat, second. Captain of the team who's been out of the squad with injury and other issues between the World Championships in 2009 and came back into the London Olympics. He's got them back to within 2 while Denmark are short-handed. So now into the play comes Bo Spelleberg, top scorer in the Danish league. He plays for Kolding, Copenhagen, 127 goals this season for the number 13. Here he comes. Christiansen, Mikael Hansen into the line. Nudisbo tries to shoot, nothing given by the referees. A cry from the crowd. Koplia into Horvat, huge gap on the wing. And 2 quick goals, and the suspension of Eggert is proving costly. Beautifully done off his fingertips. Just 1 goal in it now. So Nudisbo on the line. Mikael Hansen, who's been marked like a hawk, not seen a lot of opportunity to shoot, but he's distributing the ball. Lovely goal! Nudisbo, the boy from Herning, gets his first of the semi-final. An inverted spin. Runs his hand the opposite way, flicks it around the keeper. That was beautiful. Well, that's the other end of the scale. Sheer brute force. Sliskovic, his first of the game. Bit of space down the middle of the defence, and not much Landin could do about that. He was coming in at pace. Denmark still have a 1-goal lead, but it was briefly 3 goals. Crowd are cheering them on their way through for Spelleberg. Toft Hansen tries to keep it, but he's fouled anyway. Musa holding him up, wins a free throw. And table officials have blown. Goluja's picked himself up a yellow card, venting his frustration on the table officials. Never a good idea. Christiansen, Spelleberg. Mikael Hansen wrestled to the ground by Koplia. Almost looks like he's trying to take his shirt off. Dunjak says he's diving. Well, I don't think that's diving at all. Look at the shirt. You'll have to change it because that'll be dangerous for a player catching their finger in that. Well, we had Nikola Karabatic changing his shorts on the side of the court the other day. Today we get Mikael Hansen taking his shirt off. And the funny thing is, of course, is Dunjak in the background going, he's diving. Spare shirt available very quickly. Team timeout called by Wilbeck. Still 1 up, and we're exactly midway through the second half. But it's been a 3-1 exchange for Croatia. Danes, who had a 3-goal lead ever so briefly. So Goluja. Great player in his time and one of the youngest coaches in the business. They're going to know they've been in a match, these two teams, at the end of today. It's been very physical. So we're ready to go again after the team timeout. Spelleberg, Christiansen. Passive play being warned against them, looking to the line. Nudisbo, it's good. Senegal is up celebrating. 2 goals for the line player from Barcelona. Absolutely pumped up he is, the local player. 2-goal lead is back again now for Denmark. Denmark, of course, qualified by rights not only as a host but as defending champions. CROATIA! He's got his range again, goal number 6. Landin unable to save. Save rate dropping a little, he's on 27%. Alilovic at the back there for Croatia is on 5 from 26, that's only 19%. It's interesting that still Lusset doesn't get to come in. Hansen, Christiansen, Spelleberg got a bit of space but didn't run into it. Christiansen. Passive play again and they've lost possession. Croatia break out, they're just one behind now. Horvat fumbles it. It's okay, say the refs. And he's levelled it. So it's all to do again now for Denmark. Here it is again. Dunjak bounces a pass through. Couldn't quite control it the first time, but eventually got there. Just over 13 minutes remaining. Mikael Hansen, there's no way through. They're defending so tough at the moment. The Croatians closing everything down for Mikael Hansen. 4 fast break goals apiece so far in this game. Leads back again. And Mats Christiansen, who's played 56 times for his country, gets his 3rd goal. I'll tell you, it took us a while to get our breath back after the first semi-final between France and Spain. This is going to be a hard pounder. It's in the background on the PA system they're playing, and you can feel it through the seating. A pumping heart. The beating heart of Denmark here at Euro 2014. CROATIA, not a great pass. Dunjak, great save by Landin. Quickly out, Denmark want to move it up. Mikael Hansen. Oh, that was lucky, into the wings, Van Hansen. It's in. 2nd goal for the winger from Flensburg. And back in front by 2. Lovely lob. Pace has slowed on the returns now as we see the lob again. Croatia certainly happier to take the slower throw-offs. They are draining. And they've got to retain some energy for later. It was always going to be difficult to sustain the intensity that was there right at the beginning of the game. CROATIA, and again Landin saves. Plenty of cover there to pick up the loose ball. And the captain nearly smiled. Tenth save by Landin. Incredible atmosphere. Mortensen runs in. Mikael Hansen quickly to the wing. Eggert couldn't do much with it, but in fact it was out of play. Went too wide. Ball's got to come back anyway, and the Croatians are claiming that Mikael Hansen deliberately got in the way of the ball, but hit him in the back. Not sure they can really claim that. Wielbeck trying to make himself heard as he bellows to the defence. Remonstrates with Søndergaard and Nudisborg, while Goluja's complaining again to Shandor Andorka, the EHF supervisor. He's already on the yellow card. Gotta watch it because you can get a 2-minute suspension as a coach. You have to take off one of your players. Never goes down well. CROATIA, Sliskovic into the wing. There's no space there for Horvat. Good defending by Denmark, getting the width going here. Still in play. CROATIA tries a long-range shot. Dunjak rather goes straight into Landin. Dismissively catches it. So Thompson wheels around. There's the save again. Danish captain who plays for Rhein-Neckar Löwen, currently third in the German Bundesliga. So Mogensen in the attack. Toft, Hansen, Thompson being used in defence only, get a breather now. Mogensen goes in. Brilliant. So second goal of the semi-final for Kasper Søndergaard. 32-year-old who plays for Skjern, currently second in the league. Croatia changing goalkeeper while the attack's underway. And surprised he didn't do it earlier. There's the goal again. Lovely height, leans around the wall. Team timeout, Croatia. Goluza brings his players. Well, they've left Alilovic for a long time. He's made 5 saves from 29 shots, a 17% save rate, which is very low. I'm really surprised that they didn't bring in Venjo Losset a lot earlier. So time for Goluza to start looking angry with his players. We are into the last 10 minutes and Denmark are leading by 3. Denmark with a 3-0 run. So Ulrik Wilbek trying to sound calm about things. 3 goals and Christiansen, Svan Hansen and Søndergaard without reply now from the Croatians. Anders Eggert with 8 goals from 9 so far in the game. 89% success rate. And some real class ones too. So play resumes. Buntic now at right back. In the centre, Damir Bicanic, who plays for Chambéry in France. And Dunjak, who's now moved to left back. He'll switch around in a second. Here they come. Buntic tries to look to the wing. He's got it. And Landin moves off his post a little too fast. And Zlatko Horvat gets his 5th goal. Good feed into him by Duni Buntic. So 5-1 defence now, Vori at the front. Trying to disrupt the crossover moves of the Danish team, but that means also maybe a little space at the back. 74% efficiency on the shooting for Denmark, excellent. 57% for the Croatians, actually not that bad, but they've lost the ball now. Vori's moving up on the wing but doesn't get the ball. In the end, Buntic moves it up slowly. Goyun goes off, the defence specialist, and Bicanic ambles on saying calm down. The Danes also pushing up and individually marking Dunjak on the far side. Svan Hansen keeping an eye on him. 7.5 minutes remaining. Denmark lead by 2. Into the wing. Tries a long-range shot and Landin saves again. But Croatia have got the rebound. Buntic gets under it. Still Dunjak being individually marked and Goluza getting frustrated on the bench with the lack of initiative from his team. In the end, it's an individual effort by Bicanic who gets the goal, but he's gone down. Let's have a look and see, and Nudisbo goes into him. And he has got himself a 2-minute suspension, hence the reaction of Ulrik Wilbek. Pushed in midair. And an apology from Nudisbo. I can tell you he's a lovely chap. Sure no ill intent, just the heat of the moment, and they're saying you've got to substitute him. Bicanic gets up, but the doctor's already waving, gets someone else on. And it's his left ankle. And that's a sad sight. I'm sure he's going to be able to play on. He didn't just come back on again. Vori, the captain, helps him off onto the bench. He can barely put any weight on it. So they'll need to reorganize at the back once more. Oh, and he looks in agony. So Denmark short-handed. Take off the left winger Knudsen. Line player's gone in there instead, and he'll wait for his moment to go in behind. Horvath tries to follow him. Mikkel Hansen being shadowed by Vori. Mogensen. Christiansen. Mogensen again looks for the line. Couldn't quite reach Knudsen, but they get a free throw. Mogensen drives in. Well, that was unwise, but he was pushed anyway in the process by Dunjak. He's got a free throw. The 30-year-old from Flensburg. And Dunjak down with him, just checking if he's okay. Got pushed by Goyun and then fell into Dunjak. So still this deep defense. Mikkel Hansen is to go right across the court. Mogensen, yes! Long-range effort to beat Benjolosert. Quick throw-off taken by the Croatian team, but they trail by 2. Less than 6 minutes remaining. Off the top, but it's a free throw. Buntic fouled as he was shooting. There's the goal by Mogensen, though. Beats Losert. Plays for Kielce in Poland, but had a spell for Kolding in Denmark, and also Ademar Leon in Spain. Dunjak, Buntic. Into the wing, there's space there. Oh, and Landin saves. And the captain stepped up to the plate. Got his leg out. 13 saves. 5 minutes to go. Denmark lead by 2. Two down at half-time, now 2 up. Eggert's back on again. Denmark at full strength. Mikkel Hansen cuts across. Christiansen. Just a quiet word on the far side with Dunjak by Lars Geipel, the German referee. And the referee is very experienced, understanding that sometimes emotions get the better of you. And Rasmus Lauger there, and Mortensen, the Danish player, is not involved in the game today. Lauger through injury. Mortensen was replaced. Made way for Nudisbo coming back in again. And it's the worst situation to be in, where you can't get involved. You have to sit and watch your teammates fighting for a place in the final. That's gone out of play at the back, but it came off a defender. It's going to be a corner throw-in. And we've got another player injured. Igor Vori. Oh dear, not another one. That's the last thing they need, and they're trying to spray his leg, but he's such a key player, the captain. Is he going to be able to play on? They're throwing everything in the path of the Danes. He's a real fighter, Vori, who plays for Paris Saint-Germain. A veteran of 6 World Championships. It's his 5th European Championship. And 3 Olympics as well, and he's been Olympic and World Champion in his time. Saved by Benjolosert. Vori opting not to pass the ball quickly down the court to Strelec. He's hobbling. Strelec now. And again, Landin saves. Green celebrates, and Eggert pumping the air in front of him, and Mikkel Hansen! Svan Hansen scores! Quick pass down the court by Mikkel Hansen, but he's down. And in the process, Goyun, who tried to get in the way, is hobbling away. Brilliant pass down the court by Mikkel Hansen. 3-goal lead inside the last 4 minutes. Goyun is off for 2 minutes, hobbling anyway. Mikkel Hansen, who has now made 10 assists in this game. You might look at the stats and say he's only scored twice from 5, but it's that kind of pass that turns the game around, keeps the pressure on the opponent. 3 for 3 for the winger. Suspension for Goyun. Injury for Bicanic. And it's all piling up against the Croatians who put the new member Sliskovic back on again. Very wry smile. Denmark minutes away now. Oh, inside post. Dunjak, the irrepressible playmaker, his 5th goal. Placed it beautifully. 2 goals the lead. 3 minutes remaining. Tension is incredible in the hall. The crowd are cheering away. Oh, what a shame. Poor pass back by Egger. Team timeout, the last one for Denmark. Hoping that will buy a little bit more time to make the attack a long one. Egger, I think maybe an apology for Mikkel Hansen, who had a clear gap through and didn't get the ball. Komnu, a final instruction. Let's stay focused and let's do it. 72% success rate on the shooting for Denmark, while it's down to 55% for Croatia. Actually not appallingly bad. But it's just that the Danes are being so much more economical. They've scored their 28 goals off 39 shots, whereas the Croatians have had 47 shots for their 26 goals. It's been too expensive. Of course, let's not forget that that's a reflection of the captain, Landin, who's made 14 saves inside the last 3 minutes. 2-goal lead, and Croatia still short-handed for another 50 seconds. Ball's loose, keeper's ball. Lusat looks up, he needs someone to pass to. Sliskovic, Koplia. Trupic, who's just been out of it now in the game. Played just 20 minutes, Horvat being favoured instead. 5 goals though he scored, so he's responded well. Koplia, saved by Landin. And time's running out for Croatia, and Koplia, can't believe it, drops his head. Second time in the game that Landin has actually caught a shot. They've stopped the clock and we're just coming up to 2 minutes remaining. Denmark lead by 2. 13 seconds less now remaining on the power play for Denmark. Can they hang on? It's almost as nerve-tingling, maybe more so with it being the host nation. Ball's picked up by Nudisbo, who's happy to put it back. Let the clock run down. 2 brilliant semi-finals, tight to the end. France won the first one against the world champion Spain. Who will they play on Sunday here? Denmark, if the crowd have their way. Mikkel Hansen, passive play, that's an attacking foul. He's given possession away. Dunjak off the post, that's going to be a free throw and a 2-minute suspension. Denmark will finish the game short-handed. Wielbeck can't believe it. Mortensen's off. Wow, really? That wasn't neck. Caught him at the top of the chest. Now that could prove crucial if Croatia can capitalize, but they have 1 minute and 14 seconds to score 2 goals and take this to extra time. Buntic. If they miss this attack, that could be it. Sliskovic, just 22. Oh, nothing. Dunjak pushed away and Wielbeck punches the air into the last minute. Surely they've done it. Croatians pushing up, man-to-man marking. Toft Hansen is on. Eggert, the wingers are there to try and steady things. Sunagor's come on, he's free. Mikkel Hansen. Passive play, Toft Hansen! It's all over! Denmark are in the final. There is no way back for Croatia. Incredible scenes here in Herning. Horvat pulls one back, but it's too little, too late. 6th goal for him. The bench are on their feet celebrating. 15 seconds to go. 2-goal lead. Denmark have made it. Faultless record. 7 wins from 7. 3 more seconds. And there we go. The crowd collectively cheer. It's deafening. It will be Denmark-France in the final. They've organised a fantastic Euro, and now they've made it through to the final. The celebrations will go on long into the night. The fan zone next door must be having a riot right now. Herning and indeed all of Denmark will be buzzing tonight as Denmark have a chance to win their 3rd European title. The captain Landin, 15 saves. A smile from Dunjak up against one of his teammates today, Lindberg. He gets the bragging rights. Sunagor, 2 goals to the right back. Denmark have beaten Croatia 29-27 and go through to the final with France. Nudisbo, the local boy, 2 goals. Beautiful reverse spin on one of his goals. It was class. So it's a result that all Denmark wanted. They still haven't had a bad match, and they don't want that on Sunday either. A battling performance, 2 goals down at half-time, but they hit the Croatians with an 8-3 spell over 12 minutes, and the Croatians never recovered. Hansen providing the assists, 11 of them in the game. Spelleberg, top scorer in the Danish league, had a short spell, 4 minutes. Fantastic scenes here in Herning. Man of the match, Anders Eggert, 7 goals, 8 rather from 9. 89% success rate on his shooting. Danish team have finished on 69, and he milks the applause. The crowd are not bothered though. They're in the final. That's the main thing. Such a likable character. Funny guy too.
Against Spain, at time 3 o'clock Sunday, and Denmark will meet France in the final.
As they call out Denmark, France in the final, and a big cheer. And the Danes go to thank their fans. And incidentally, though, while the celebrations were going on, Croatia's Marko Kopljar took the Man of the Match award for Croatia. And there is Christiansen, 3 goals for the 27-year-old from Bjerringbro. Croatia will have to pick themselves up and play Spain for the bronze. Spain, who looked shell-shocked after their defeat to France earlier. 14,000 spectators for every Danish game here throughout the 2 weeks. With that kind of support, you can do no wrong. A sea of red and white. And still no one can beat the Danes at home. Ball Spelleberg again. Toft Hansen, who battled away, 4 goals. Great defending as well. So will they successfully defend their title? Will France regain the title that they held 4 years ago? And there's Mulgore. Not so much time today, 9 minutes only for the defense specialist. Yannick Green, again, didn't get to come on today, but he's played his part in the competition. Had some good games too, the other goalkeeper. But Landin, blistering form, 15 saves. So the party can start, the music pumps up, and the Danish players go off like gladiators leaving the arena. They're in the final. So let's have a look at the stats from the game. And the attacks, 56, 52%. That's about the same for the teams. Slightly better for Denmark, but 68% on their field throws. 14 turnovers, Denmark. Now look at that. Croatia 5 and 6 2-minute suspensions each. 6 fast breaks as well for Denmark. Koplia and Horvat with 6 goals apiece. The top Croatians, but it's Eggert with 8 goals and an 89% success rate, who's the top scorer in the game. Here is a progression of the game, and at the beginning there, Croatia absolutely dried out. Took them 6 minutes to start scoring again, and after that Denmark still clobbered them for 8-3 in 12 minutes. It's the way it came for Denmark. Reasonably nice spread. Left back positions still coming through. 6 fast breaks though, and 4 penalties. For Croatia, not much success on the right back position, but otherwise 4 fast breaks, 2 penalties, 1 missed only. So let's look at the ratios. Denmark first, and looking at the middle, they scored every single shot, while Croatia went off the boil at the end. So it's Denmark-France in the final on Sunday. Hope you can join us for that. Thanks very much for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until then, from me, Paul Bray, goodbye.